Now, the making of a good compilation tape is a very subtle art, many do's and don'ts.
Let's make a playlist.
First of all, you're using someone else's poetry to express how you feel. This is a delicate thing.
Let's make a playlist.
You gotta kick it off with a killer to grab attention. Then you gotta take it up a notch. But you don't want to blow your wad, so then you gotta cool it off a notch. There are a lot of rules.
No rules here. This is Let's Make a Playlist with Jonathan Howe.
Genre is dead. Okay, well, not totally, but doesn't it feel like it is harder than ever to lock an artist down to just one way to identify them? When the streaming age allows for someone to listen to whatever they want, whoever they want, whenever they want, isn't that to be expected? The modern musicians and artists creating and shaping the music we'll hear tomorrow aren't stuck in the boxes that labels and record store catalogs trapped so many others. They can draw on influences from multiple sources and condense it down into the sound that is uniquely them. Take from Nirvana and Nas, Adele and AC/DC, Tupac and Toby Keith, and find a way to create your own sonic shape-shifting sound. That's where we find this week's guest, Maya Ritchie. My name is Jonathan Howe, and this is Let's Make a Playlist. The aforementioned Maya Ritchie, who is my guest this week, she is an artist that you cannot simply nail down or box into one sound. We shared a bill recently at the Chill Zone, a basement show organized by the folks from Sunshine Express and Routine Exploits. Her set was awesome with a full band setup that was tinged with alternative, emo, and indie sounds. I followed up by listening to her album Rumination, which I wouldn't say is drastically different from the live show, but it does feel like it is presented in a different way. The R&B and 90s influence is there, but then there are moments that lean more towards tender, guitar-driven rock. When we get to the playlist, you'll begin to see Maya's diverse list of influences and why it is so hard to put her music into one neat and tidy package. If you need the real-life proof, you can catch Maya May 8th opening for Beach Fox in Hamilton, Ontario at Ooey Gooey's with friends of the show, Real Kevin and Doreen. For my own housekeeping, I will also mention that Green White Checkered have two really awesome shows coming up, which you can grab tickets for now. May 19th, we are at Niagara Artist Center in St. Catharines, opening for our new UK friends, Don't Worry. Strawberry Cough from Brampton and our pals Nitro Girl all are also on the bill. Tickets are $15. The link will be in the show notes. We are also privileged to be playing Way Too Fest in Welland on June 13th. You've heard multiple teases and allusions to this festival on past episodes, and now the first wave of artists has been announced. The Anti-Queens, Dealbreaker, Mo Killed My Cool, Bellows, and more are on the multi-venue bill. Early bird tickets are on sale now, but they won't last long, so jump on them. Don't forget to check out my Substack, House House. It's the place to find additional content related to the pod, as well as show and album reviews, personal music anecdotes, and much more. It is free to subscribe, and you can even join via email without a Substack account. There is also an option to subscribe for $5 a month and support me in my efforts to further cover the Niagara music scene through this show and more. All the links can be found again in the description of this episode. Now, let's make a playlist with Maya Ritchie. Joining me on this edition of Let's Make a Playlist, it's Maya Ritchie, who I had the pleasure to meet at the Chill Zone with Sunshine Express and their basement sets a few weeks ago. And what an awesome night that was. What an awesome experience it was to catch your set and catch your full band now. And I'm excited to have this conversation, Maya. But first off, how's things? How's the week been for you?
Oh, it's been great. And yeah, what a pleasure to be on Chill Zone and have the opportunity to meet you. Yeah, this week's been really good. I've just been doing the same old music stuff. Still chipping away, getting ready for the show next Friday. So that'll be exciting.
And what's next Friday for you, the shows wise?
Oh, I'm at Ooey Gooey's with Beach Fox, which is awesome. It's my first Hamilton show. I remember you telling me
about that show. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's a great one.
hmm
It's a great spot. I've heard a lot about Ooey Gooey's. I haven't been there yet, but it's on the list to get to. So stoked for you. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Thank you.
I guess let's start from the beginning with your musical journey before we get into the actual like making a playlist and talking about some of your influences.
Oh no.
Um, as I understand it, you were kind of like come by it from your dad mostly. It was like the person that got you into music.
Yeah, so before I start talking about 90s gangster rap the whole time, um yeah, it basically was. It was a bunch of 90s gangster rap. There was a lot of Alicia Keys. I remember very distinctly like us being in the car together and him just having Alicia Keys on full blast and he's like, "Sing it." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like 10. Yeah, I think one of the first piano songs I ever learned was No One by Alicia Keys too. So like yeah, a lot instead of 90s gangster rap, we got Alicia Keys today. But it mostly started there because he did music before. Um and then he sort of transitioned out of it, but he still loves it. Like he's still part of the scene and stuff like that. And then my mom picked me up this Costco keyboard and it would like show you what keys to press and everything to play to the song. So uh yeah, that's how I start. And the YouTube tutorials, the ones where like the notes are falling down because I couldn't sight read.
Mm.
I used to do those a lot.
That's a great way to learn, honestly. That's a good way to like come by it honestly and like figure it out on your own, which like I think helps create and build like kind of a more unique style. When it comes to writing music, um, listening to Rumination, I kind of was like I couldn't really nail down a specific influence, which is kind of nice. Like there were moments where I heard like folk music, like a City in Color almost or something like that,
Ooh.
some of their earlier stuff. But then I know you to have this R&B background. So what inspires you to write or how do you translate all these influences into the Maya Ritchie sound?
Well, so Rumination itself is such an angsty album, and I like to say that it's just my teenage angst bundled into like 9, 10 songs. And like, yeah, there's a lot. Like, I've had people compare it to Radiohead too. I've had people say Adele. Like, it's
Mm.
yeah, like people kind of pull from everywhere, but I think that's kind of the beauty in it because my music is so variety. And when people say they listen to everything, like I feel like that really translates in the music, the fact that you can't nail it down specifically, aside from it just, you know, being everything in an amalgamation.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and again, translating like if somebody goes and sees you live with your band right now and then goes back and listens to Rumination, they might not put two and two together. Like obviously the songs are the same and they sound the same and you perform them in the same keys and whatever. But when I saw you live and then went back and listened to your stuff, I was like, this is not necessarily the same thing, but I'm almost happy it's not because it's again, it has like this more full band live experience thing. So how did you go about planning to perform the songs from Rumination live and then forming this band that you're now bringing around with you?
Oh man, yeah. Like whenever I listen to it on like Spotify or the CD itself, it's just such great floor music. It's so great to just lay down and just take it in for what it is. So when I'm live, I'm like, well, I don't want people to leave sad, right? Because that's no fun. So I try to play off the drums a lot. Like you'll see me do like little shakes and kicks based on like the snare hits and stuff like that. I sort of try to convey like my stage presence as almost if I'm feeling the emotion and not necessarily in a sad way, but just like, oh my gosh, like I'm taking it all in. Um, so yeah, I try to keep it upbeat.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like, was it a challenge for you, I guess, with those songs? Like you say, floor music, it's great to kind of chill out and lay down to. Might be great to write to or create to. Maybe some people would like enjoy painting to it. I could see that being the vibe,
Ooh.
like in the background. But then you go and it's like you're not quite in a rock band, but like you guys definitely have that up up tempo, great full guitar, bass, drum lineup. Was it hard to figure out the arrangements and how to translate that into a bigger project?
Well, so the way it started was me and my guitarist. We originally worked together and we were both like you like music? I like music. We should make music. And then it worked. So we kept making music. And like my recording band is different than my live band, just because of schedules and stuff like that too. But I think that helps with the energy, the fact that they are used to playing live because my first couple shows, like
Mhm.
it's on YouTube. You can see my first ever show. And I feel like I'm just standing there most of the time. And I remember watching that back and being like, man, I gotta do something. It's like there's some stuff to like standing and just singing your songs because they are so intimate, but I don't want to do that for 30 minutes. I want to move around. So I think the fact that having kind of almost two separate bands in a way, we're able to feed off that energy. And it's getting better with every show too, because like I've only been playing live for almost a year, which is a little crazy. So like it does just keep getting better. And yeah, no, I like it. It's getting more fun.
And does having that like that live band behind you and that kind of layout, is that kind of shaping or changing how you're going about writing songs now, and maybe some of the stuff that you've got coming down the pipeline, that might be more geared toward the full band aesthetic compared to what some folks might hear on Rumination?
I definitely think so. I think, like, Mean to Me being everybody's favorite song is also telling me something. And I don't want that to necessarily shape all of the music I make, but it's just like, okay, maybe I should try writing more songs like that because they're fun to play live and people like them. So it's like, why not? Um, but like, yeah, there's still like stuff I was writing maybe like 3, 6 months ago was still on the angsty side. So I'm sure there will be a blend of both, almost like how Rumination has like three different genres in it, you know. So I think that'll stick.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's a great way to go about it because again, seeing your live show and where you guys were as a band, I was like, this is not what I was expecting, but I'm happy it's going there. I definitely hear more of the '90s influence, not necessarily like in the R&B and like hip hop side of things, which I know you'd have that energy and that aspect to you. But there was a '90s band that you mentioned in a shout out, Frostbite. You did a Frostbite live and you
Are you
mentioned
gonna say the
Boa. So
word? Oh my
where
gosh,
do
you said the
bands like
word.
Boa fit into? I
I
know,
love
right? It's the magic
Boa. Oh
word,
my
but
gosh. No, it
it's
is.
they're super cool, and I was like, "Why?" Like, it's great that you're finding that and like you're bringing that sound into your music. So, what is it about a band like Boa, and maybe are there some other offshoot bands that you have grown to love from that extended universe and genre?
Oh my gosh, I love Boa, first off. I think like so Boa was originally a 9 piece, which is ridiculous. I don't know how they fit on stage, but it sounds fantastic. And I was I'm like, how can I make it feel like there's like 9 instruments going on? And how can I give that energy? Boa also like obviously the first song I ever heard from them was Duvet, but I like it's such a great song where like you can take it in and it sounds like great floor music and then you play it live and you're like, "What is Boa?" Um yeah, like shooting off of Boa too, like going back to Radiohead and like even more like on the rock side, like Foo Fighters and stuff like that. I I want to say they have more influence than I want to give them credit for because you might not hear it directly, but you kinda hear it in certain songs.
Yeah, I can definitely hear it in certain songs. Like, I think there's a lot of like just even the way you choose to organize your chords and like the way there's certain progressions through songs. I'm like, this easily you know, drives home this idea of rock and alt rock and the '90s and all that sort of stuff. Even like some of the early like '80s shoegaze and stuff. I'm like,
Ooh.
yeah, I can hear where you're coming from for sure. And then I also hear like in your phrasing how you choose to incorporate these more like R&B style melodies over top of it. It's really I think you mentioned earlier to a little bit of something for everybody in the sound. That's definitely a great way to describe what you've got going on.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind. Yeah, no, I love it, and, like, I feel like most of it's subconscious too because, like, I'll try to be like, oh, like Mean to Me is just a 2-5-1 the whole time, right? But like that's the only progression that I know off by
Mm.
heart, like numbers wise. The rest of it is just sound and feel.
It's so interesting to me to hear you like describe things with the 2-5-1 and doing like the musical pattern too, right? Like I think having that pop sensibility about you is gonna I think really make for some interesting songwriting and some catchy songwriting. If the small taste that you've given the world so far is enough, it's like here's where you are, but like where you can go is like it's really the door's wide open and like approaching it that way. Do you try to follow the rules to help you um I guess guide your songwriting, or do you just happen to like you say you just happen to know what a 2-5-1 is, so that one always is just one that you work around?
I am a big theory nerd, and sometimes I will overcomplicate my songs more than they need to be. It's like you don't need a minor 4, you don't need a perfect, you don't need any of it. As long as you have the ear and you have fun with it, I try to step away from using too much theory. It's just like, okay, this is the key I'm in. Let's just have fun in this, right? But yeah, sometimes I do get caught up in
Yeah.
it, but like I think that's nature. Like when you have like a love for something, you just want to put it in everything, and it's like it's okay to not.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's I get it. I that's my big thing is that I have that theory background too. And it's like there's the amount of times that I'll stop myself and like start working on something or stop myself from working on something because I'm like, ah, well, it doesn't quite fit in the rules here. And it's like, oh,
Yeah,
does this make it go out of key? Do I want to do a key change? It's just like there's just too many things to think about if you really like focus on the rules. It's almost like
yeah.
having those tools in your back pocket as it can be a detriment at times, but it's cool in pop music to be able to know how to use them, but also know how to break them, which definitely you seem to be able to do.
I appreciate that. Sometimes I feel like I don't, but the very few times I do, it works out quite well.
For sure. So we've talked a little bit about live. We talked a little bit about recording. I guess what's kind of like, do you have long-term goals? Do you have a vision for what like you want your musical career to be? Do you want to really hit the road? Like, I feel like you're pretty early in on the journey. So where do you see yourself taking this creative project right now?
Yeah, like so I had a little bit of a roadmap for myself just mentally. Obviously, I wasn't like stubborn to it. Like if something happened, this year I was like I'm not going to do any festivals. I'm just like going to meet people and play shows with them and that's it. I just want to like play with different bands and have fun with that. Um and then, I got invited to a festival, so I'm like, "Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's do it," right? But I like in my very first year, I was just like, all right, let's just meet people. And then the next year it's like, all right, well let's play with them, you know? Um and now I'm still in the let's play with them phase, which is why, I've had so many shows for the first like half of the year. It's only April, the first quarter of the year. Um and
Yeah.
it's yeah, right? So it's like we're just taking it easy and enjoying it for what it is.
Well, I like where it's headed. I've liked what I've heard so far, and I think it's time to start to get towards the roots of everything that makes up your sound, Maya. So, if you will indulge me, well, I got to start off by asking you: when was the last time you made either a playlist, a mixtape, or mix CD for yourself, or even maybe for someone else?
Last if we're gonna be very technical, the last playlist was I make my set lists just on playlists and then I send the playlist to everyone. So technically that was my last playlist, but I recently thrifted an iPod Nano, like the second gen, and being
Oh,
able
nice.
right? Yeah, it was so cool. The lady who had it before me, she was definitely like a middle-aged divorced French woman. There was so much sad French and Adele, and I can't picture anybody else listening to it except that kind of person. So I felt like I had to
Yeah.
do that person some justice and keep a few of the songs on. But being able to like, okay, like I want Mac Miller, I want Adele more, like I want Phineas on it, like that kind of thing. Like that was really fun to do because I have to be like, okay, what are my favorite songs? I only have 2 gigabytes.
Yeah, it's so interesting, right? Like I'm also I like my new slash used car doesn't have a working CD player right now, and it does have an aux cord. And I have my old iPod at my mom's actually, and I found it the other day in the basement, and I was like,
Yes.
man, I should dig this up. And then like if I don't want to do the Bluetooth radio thing from my phone with Spotify, I'm like, I should just have like my little iPod ready to go with whatever I need on it. And honestly, the idea is getting more and more appealing as I get towards the summer here. So I think I'm going to be doing the same thing, trying to make the old iTunes playlist again, as
No, you
opposed
should.
to
You should.
having like everything at your fingertips. You got to have the limits a little bit.
Right? Yes. No, I love it. And I love that it's a shuffle too. So I can't I can't memorize it. It's random. And no, you absolutely should. It's so
Yeah.
nice just plugging it in and hitting play, and you're not like trying to switch songs like midway through your drive, and it's like you just put it on and you listen. It's like putting on the radio almost, but it's songs you like.
Yeah, it's your personal radio station, which is pretty cool to have. And as a guy who works in radio, it's like we try to do that for you anyways. But sometimes there's just like, there's going to be almost no stations that go from AC/DC to Adele. That just doesn't quite happen all the way. But sometimes that's what you want. So
That is what I want. That's part of
See?
it.
See?
No,
I know it.
literally
I know
though, it is.
All right, if you're ready, let's jump into the actual making of this playlist, Maya. So the way it's going to work is we're going to do 12 songs. I've got my trusty David Bowie Vans hat full of suggestions, song superlatives, and you can, if you got to look up a song name or an artist, you can totally do that as needed. We have great editing capabilities with this show, so it's not like you're going to sit and make people sit there in silence for a minute while you're trying to figure something out. But
Thankfully.
so I'm going to draw something out, and whatever the song is that pops into your brain that fits the answer the best, that's what's going on the playlist. So
Sweet.
And this is a good one to start with already. All right. First song on the playlist, Maya Ritchie. I need a guilty pleasure song or a song people wouldn't expect you to love, because not everybody believes in guilty pleasures, and I understand that. But there's definitely some songs that might not fit in the brand of Maya Ritchie as people might know her.
Yeah, I immediately have one off the top of my head because I've been listening to it a lot, and it's from the Kid Laroi, actually, which I clown
Okay.
on my friend all the time. I don't judge people's music taste, but I just joke around with him, and it's What Just Happened by Kid Laroi. And it's like, I don't know, I've been listening
Okay.
to a lot of soft rap lately, so that's what it is.
That genre as a whole, like the idea of soft rap, like it doesn't, like I immediately understand what you're saying, but like it almost doesn't make sense in my head as somebody who I'm sure like yourself had most of their experience on like 90s gangster rap.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of Cormega. A lot of Nas. Yeah, that's just off the top of my head. I still listen to Nas.
That's
What?
awesome.
Did I pull up a memory?
It's such a random like way to like come up. Well, literally, I
That's
was at the gym
great.
today, and my gym playlist is like a 90s rap playlist, and I was like
Yeah.
listening to Nas, and I was like, this is
Yes.
perfect for like
It's
leg day.
great.
It makes sense to do.
Yeah, no, I come in like every 6 months I'll be like, oh my gosh, wait, I love Nas. Just play it straight for like 2 weeks. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, let's see if
lots
there's a
of
song
soft
that
rap.
ends up popping up from Nas. Yeah,
If
that's
I
a
ruled the
guilty
world,
pleasure for sure.
yeah.
It's a good one.
That's a good one.
This might fall kind of like towards your Kid Laroi thing as well, and that's a song that makes you laugh for track 2.
Ooh, a song that I laugh in like a joking way. I guess that would be the way you laugh.
It's kind of like completely up to your interpretation, because there's some people that would hear like Bloodhound Gang and like You and Me Baby, and they're like, oh, this is hilarious. And then there's other people who are like, oh, this song makes me laugh because it makes me think of my friend and it's a guilty pleasure and whatever. So like that also could have fit the vibe there, but
okay, there's like 2 that I can think of. Am I allowed to say 2 or can I only say 1?
we're going to pick one for the playlist,
Okay.
but I'll let you mention both, and then you
Okay.
just pick which one you think fits better or you want on there.
Oh man. Okay, the one that makes me laugh, like as my final answer, would be Red Solo Cup. I have such I have such distinct memories of I went to Arizona a few times, but on my latest trip, we were just on our way back from Sedona, and we were just I don't know how many times we looped Red Solo Cup, but it was like a 2-hour drive, and I think I knew all the words by the end of it. Yeah, no, the other one that I'm thinking
That is a
of,
good one, actually. That's a good one
right?
for the laugh.
Yeah, it's such a stupid song, but it's such a good song. The other one that came to mind was Can't Slow Down by Almost Monday. They've been popping up a lot lately, but that was just like a good times kind of song. My one friend who I showed Friday Pilots Club to, he was like, "Okay, you need to listen to Almost Monday." That was like our trade-off. And I just I love that song by them.
Nice.
Yeah, but I
All
think
right.
Red Solo
Like
Cup's a good laugh
both
one.
options there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fits. That's like the better one to go with. I think that
Right?
fits
That's
pretty well.
that's what I figured, right? It's more of a laughing song.
Yeah. Number 3 for the playlist. I need a song to drive fast to.
Oh. That's oh my gosh. It's it's stuck in my head and I don't know the name of it. Oh, I is it called The Color Violet? Is that what it is? Yeah, it is. It's by Tory Lanez. The Color Violet by Tory Lanez. It is every time I put it on, I just want to speed, like going 160 on the highway. I don't, for legal reasons. It's just a good song. Like it's
Responsible.
such a right, yeah. It brings so much energy, and I like the way it carries.
Yeah. Yeah, I could
So
see
much
that. I could see
variety
that
in this
being like
playlist.
a drive fast to song.
Right?
I know already, right? We got like Toby Keith right to Tory Lanez. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
strange. I don't think there's too many playlists doing that, but that's kind of the magic of the show. So
That is.
ooh, this one's a good one to follow up with. A song with your favorite lyric.
Oh, I'm gonna say the word. I'm gonna say boa. I'm gonna say boa. It's gotta be in Twilight.
There it is.
It's gotta be Twilight by Boa. It's like, and you're hungry for her. Like, oh my gosh, wait, let me pull up this. Let me do this song justice. I should know it by heart.
Go for it. Do it right.
Right? I got it. Those are my guys. Yeah, Twilight is it's such a good album. I also like just the phrase yesterday, today, and tomorrow, which it's just the way it's phrased, like the way that she actually sings it. But yeah, man, it's so good. Yeah, it's like a 4-liner, but but I'm not her and she's not me, and you're somewhere different on a different planet. And it's like, wow. Oh man, I love Twilight.
There's a lot to unpack, right?
Yeah, it's just there's so many good songs in there. Like I can also think of some Mac Miller songs that I really really like, but Boa came to mind. I gotta pay my dues. But yeah, it's like,
Yep.
and you're still hungry for her, and you still want her loving, but she doesn't love you. It's so great. It's such a great song. There's so many good lines in it.
Definitely going on the list. That's the best part about this for me is that there's sometimes I hear songs or I'm like familiar with them, but I'm not like obsessed with them, or it's not something that's readily available in my brain. And then it's like this person puts it on a playlist for me, and I'm like, oh, cool. Now this is like my new favorite, or like I'll get obsessed with it for a couple weeks or a couple months. So I
Yeah,
appreciate learning about it, and I appreciate having some passion for the lyrics.
I got passion
We're
for
following it
Boa.
up with the next track being a favorite song to work out to.
Oh no. Oh gosh, you want variety? Oh, it's definitely a System of a Down song.
Sure, let's see where it goes.
Like I think it's Bubbles.
Nice.
Yeah, like
Yes.
Like, I think it has to be, which is so funny because, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely Bubbles by System of a Down.
I mean, I feel like I would push a lot of weight up if I'm listening to System of a Down, so that definitely fits. Although, again, a bit of a sharp turn from Boa, not as drastic as Toby Keith to Tory Lanez, but you know,
It's up there. It's up there for sure. Is it? Wait, is it called?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a song called Bubbles, right? I'm not imagining that.
I think you're right. I will double check it, but I'm pretty sure I know exactly which one you're talking about if I say that.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe it's
Yes.
not the
Okay,
full
they
song,
do.
but
They do. Okay, it is real. I'm like, I couldn't find it off the album I thought it was on,
yeah,
and I was like, it's a song, right? Yeah. No, definitely, that would
Yeah.
be the one.
it's a good one. Great pick.
Thank you.
All right, we are on to track 6, and I need a song from a band you think everyone should listen to.
I can't say Boa again.
I mean, you could, but I won't.
could, but
I won't shame you for it.
For the
But
playlist, I should have variety. A band that I feel like everyone should listen to. I feel like enough people listen to Mac. Like I feel like they would. And I feel like enough people would listen to Tupac.
yeah,
Like, what are you doing if you don't know those guys?
yeah,
You know what
yeah, that's
though?
fair.
Like, see, I think "Do for Love" by Tupac is such a great song. Like, even if you've listened to Tupac before, I think you should listen to that song. It's one of those where it's like it's just enough rap and jazz and vibes to it where it's just like everything works so well and it's just great. I love it. So yeah, probably
You mentioned that jazz in there. Like, is that kind of what draws you in? Is that what draws you into like rap music? Is that jazz sound?
It's honestly it's kind of the bass lines, which like mind you, I also like I'm a big lyricist kind of person, so I do also just like seeing their rhyming schemes and the double entendres that like J. Cole has a bunch of them. I love the literary devices that people put in rap music.
Yeah, I can see that as like a big drawing point, especially for somebody who is also a writer and trying to form melodies and form lines and form bars. Which, yeah, I can see that. I can see that that for sure. Tupac,
Mhm.
"Do for Love." All right,
Yeah,
that's that. We're halfway. We're flying through this. So
we are. I'm not having trouble picking these songs.
which is nice, honestly. Like, there's some guests who really have to think on ones, and I stump them, and we'll see if this one's a stumper, because this is usually one that trips everybody up. And it's a
Okay.
song by your favorite band or artist.
Well, I'm gonna switch it up because Boa is already
Are you going
on
back to
there.
Boa for this one?
No. I'm actually gonna say Adele. I'm actually gonna say Adele.
Okay.
I think My Same by Adele is probably up there. It just has enough, like, there's so much sway in it. It's great. And yeah, I love Adele. I gotta do her more justice, man. She's great.
Yeah, totally fair. I mean, Adele is like this, crazy performer, but I think also, another artist that maybe is underwritten from a songwriting standpoint. So when it comes to Adele's music, are you more influenced by her actual like performance abilities, or is it the songs themselves and how well they're crafted as pop music?
I stole one of her little mannerisms where she almost does like a squeak when she goes to go up high. And I don't really want to imitate it. I don't think it'll pick up on this mic very well. But it's just like a I, it's like wow. So like I do take that from her a little bit. You'll hear it on My Same. Especially there's another song on the 19 album, which is I think it's my personal favorite album by Adele. It's track 4, it's Cold Shoulder, which thank God for CDs because I would not know that. Yeah, she does it in Cold Shoulder too, where she does like this little pickup squeak kind of thing. I also just like her writing points. Like she finds a good way to not necessarily hide the vulnerability, but make it so that you don't think about it, you know? And it's nice because you can lean into the
Interesting.
vulnerability when you're feeling it, but if you want to jam out to like Skyfall, you're not going to be thinking about how like sad it is.
Yeah,
If it's
that's totally fair. I can see that for sure.
yeah.
If it is sad, which
I
every
I
once in a while there's some angst, I would say, to Adele's music too. So
oh, I love it. I love Adele. Is Skyfall sad?
I
Not
mean, like,
really.
it's a James Bond, so I don't think of it as sad instantly. It's more dramatic, if anything.
It is very, very dramatic. No, it's kind of like an empowering song. My bad, Adele. Didn't mean to do that to her. My bad.
She just like makes a lot of sad songs, so you kind of just like
Right,
group them all
I
together, right?
intuitively think it, but that's not the case for Skyfall, which is the one song that I listed as a sad song. But I also think she does a very good job at writing love songs without them coming across as cheesy, which I have been finding very hard to do because
is
I've
true.
been trying to write happier songs, and man, they sound so corny. I could never put them out. And I just listened to Adele. I'm like, okay, so that is how you actually do a love song justice, right? And like, there's many ways to write one. You can be corny. It's fine. But I like the way Adele does it. She does it. She's got a nice ring to it.
So we talked a little bit about like technical rules and like theory and stuff, but now you mentioned, the corniness of trying to write a love song. Is there like a certain rule, or is like there a certain standard of like what gets through the corniness filter for you when it comes to a lyric?
Oh, there's some corny lyrics in Rumination that have slipped through. I feel like it's just as long as the verse builds up to it properly, then it's fine. But I do tend to be pretty stubborn on my corniness. Like I'll write something and like there's this song that I really loved for maybe like 3 months and I thought about recording it and then I listened back to it and I'm like, no, the chorus has to go. Like these lines need to get changed before I even think about recording it. So it's like there are times where I'm pretty reflective, but sometimes they slip through.
And mentioned like, going to maybe potentially record something. Do you do a lot of like demoing on your own first, where you kind of figure out everything the song should be before you go to record it? Or is like your first time recording it almost the demo process, if you will?
Oh my, I think there are like 50,000 voice memos between me and my guitarist. The two of us, like
Yep.
even today, I think we're on like voice memo 6 and we started at lunch. So it's like, there are lots and lots of voice memos and usually it's like guitar and vocals at that point because he's my guitarist, right? So it's usually the two of those. But it'll be like that and then I'll have a vision for the drums and we'll just jam it out like a couple times, but I'm pretty loose with like what the drummer wants to do. Sometimes I'll be like, "Hey, can I have a pause here?" or like a certain fill here, but generally I'm pretty loose when it comes to that. I've been a little bit more experimental with my bass lines lately. And I think that just comes from, now after Rumination came out, I'm like, okay, this is how a bass line is supposed to be. It's not root notes. It's not just octaves. Like move around, like get excited, create a feeling kind of thing. And like, it doesn't just have to be the guitar or the drums to do that. Like the bass can do that too. Right. So I think like that's where I'm at right now, but yeah, it is like 50 bajillion voice memos back and forth.
Nice. I could feel that. I think I've got a pretty nice little collection growing. It's funny because like I just think about all the times that like artists do like 30th anniversary releases and there's all these like extra demo tracks and everything, and I'm like, it's gonna be so easy for artists one day because it's just gonna be voice notes. It's gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh, do you
Well,
still
that's
have that
Mark
old
DeMarco.
iPhone or whatever? Like just. Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah,
That
it
100
is.
album or 100 song album or whatever, the 199.
Yeah. Yeah, what's your
It's
favorite
perfect.
one?
Okay. I know, right? How do you pick one of those off that? I don't get it. But speaking of Mac, who's a pretty fun little guitar player, a song featuring your favorite guitar player or guitar moment is the next one I need for the playlist.
Ooh, my favorite guitar player. That might have been the one to stump me.
Or moment. Like if you're not like oh, I don't know specific guitar players, like that's fine. Just like a song where you're like, oh, the guitar is super cool in that one. That totally would fit too.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. You know the the solo at the end of Pink Pony Club?
Yes.
I think that's probably I really like that solo. I think it's really sick. And like I could go into Pink Floyd a bunch, but like I don't know, man. When I hear that, all I'm thinking about is that like the end of Pink Pony Club.
Honestly, that's totally fine because I know exactly
Right?
what you
It's
mean. Where it's
memorable.
like it's just a pop song with an absolutely ripping, shredding solo, which is a standard that's been going on for a long time.
It's such an interesting thing because you know you hear Chapel and you're like, oh, this is like such an anthem. Like she's just like you know screaming to the heavens, right? And then you just get this wicked guitar fill, and it's like, oh my, where did this come from? You know?
Yeah.
I just know there are so many guitar solos out there, but just first come to mind it's got to be Pink Pony Club.
I like it. It works for me. I think it fits the bill. That's pretty good. That's a good one. Moving on to the next track. This is a fun one. This one keeps popping up lately, and it is your sports intro song. So, like, if you were a wrestler, that's what you'd come out to go in the ring. If you were a Toronto Blue Jay player and you were about to go hit a home run and you're walking up to the plate, this is your song. What's your sports intro song, Maya?
Oh, it's Tame Impala for sure. Just which Tame Impala song? Oh, yeah. I think Borderline, Tame Impala. Like you're walking out and it's like on the borderline.
Okay.
You know. I think that's a pretty cool walk-up song. You could do 50 Cent, Many Men, but I feel like Borderline. I feel like Borderline it's very fitting to me, but also like it has enough like anticipation, you know? Many Men just like drops. It's just like Many Men. And I don't think people wish death upon me.
Yeah, I can totally say that. Plus, yeah, I think the other thing too, this like I feel like the 50 Cent one's been done.
Right?
Borderline, I don't know too many like Tame Impala
No.
people who are. It'd be very unique to you if you picked that.
Yeah,
So
right? It's
I
yeah.
appreciate that sentiment. That
Thank
works pretty
you.
well.
Yeah, like yeah. And it's such a good drop too. And it's a long enough song, you know, I can take my time and strut.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's be really good if you're like a UFC fighter and you're like taking your sweet time walking to the ring, like the octagon. That's where it really would work well, the best.
Yeah.
All right, we've got 3 songs left to get to, and the next one I need from you, Maya, is a song from your favorite British band.
Oh, well, like Boa is British. Again, I can't do another Boa song.
This could have been a 12-song Boa or 12 Boa song playlist if you wanted to.
No, it could have. I could have said Twilight song for song and it would have worked. No, I think like I got it. I got to give it to Radiohead on this one. They're so iconic.
Okay.
And it was favorite song by them?
Yeah, or just any song, whatever song you want to throw on the list. Doesn't have to be your favorite, but a song from Radiohead in this case.
Oh, I see my favorite song changes every couple months with those guys. Like I listen to OK Computer a lot. Lately I've been listening to the Bends a lot. And Rainbows is so good too. I think lately like it's been Black Star by Radiohead. I think it's, yeah.
Nice.
You know, it's one of those songs where I can just come back to it and just take it in for what it is.
Yeah, I'm right there with you because I think correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that's from the Bends, right?
It is from the Bends. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my go-to for Radiohead albums. So I'm right there with you. And I think it's so cool, like the production choice of like, if I remember correctly, it's like the intro like fades in and then fades out and then fades back in. I think that's
It's
such like a
so
weird little thing to do, but I love it.
it's so cool. It's so different. I love it. I love that they're not scared to like try weird things either.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's great to have that freedom, right? And that's something they've definitely earned over time. But I feel like from like it's like day one they did that. It's like Creep made everybody a bunch of money at the record label, and then they're just like, all right, you guys do whatever you want, make us another Creep, and then they just never did. They're like, here's a weird album called OK Computer, and it's gonna be a masterpiece, but you guys won't know it.
Here's Paranoid Android. Enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Couldn't be further from the early 90s sound of Creep, but
no, not at all.
All right, 2 songs left. The penultimate song on the playlist is going to be a song for the stoners, Maya. I feel like there's a lot of directions you can go for this one.
Oh man, good stoner songs. I think like I would have to give that one some thought, because it's like you want the chill environment, but you also want, you want something to it. And you don't want to be sad. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? Can I tell you a story? One time I was really high and I was like, I'm going to make a playlist, and this is going to be the music that I listen to only when I'm high. And there's so much Lady Gaga on that playlist. Like,
what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. That's like, I don't even get high a lot, and that's probably why. It's just like I think
the way you've mentioned like Tupac, Mac Miller, like so many artists, Pink Floyd you mentioned, like there's so many things you've said that would be better suited than Lady Gaga for a stoners playlist, but I'm here for it. Whatever floats your boat.
No, I can't. But just know the first song in that playlist is Just Dance. And it's, oh my gosh, it's so funny. Like, yeah. You know what? You know what would be a really good stoner song? I feel like video game music would do it justice. Like Zelda. Like Ocarina of Time, I think would be a really nice like zone out moment. But yeah, that's a good pick. Legend of Zelda soundtrack. Better than Lady Gaga.
I will say, I think if I was going to pick one or the other to gravitate towards in that particular moment, I think I would lean Zelda over Lady Gaga. But
I think
whatever floats your boat. But we'll go with Ocarina of Time.
It's got to be like a Salvia versus Indica thing.
Yeah, fair.
There's 2 wolves inside me.
Fair.
And it's Lady Gaga and video game music.
Just wants to dance.
Oh my gosh.
That's incredible. Yeah. All right. I don't know how we top that, but we're going to try to top it with a good vacation song, Maya, to end out your playlist.
Oh my gosh. A good vacation song. Like, where am I? Am I tropical? Am I in like Sweden?
Can be whatever you want it to be. We've had some folks who like literally pick songs like they would listen to on their way up to like the cottage, for example. And then there's other people who are like, well, it's a vacation. It's got to be something tropical. And then they'll go with like Bob Marley or whatever. Right. But, that's to each their own.
Oh, man. No, this one's got me. Now I'm just thinking of vacation places and like, what would I listen to? Like I do have like my Arizona trip where I'm listening to Red Solo Cup. But I also like, there's so much more. Geez, okay. I don't know how much of a vacation song this is, but Sweet Cherries by Phineas is, I love listening to it when I'm walking, and I feel like if I'm walking somewhere cool, that would be the song that I go to. but I know I'm going to think of something better later.
That's generally how these shows go, is that somebody will text me or message me and be like, oh, I should have answered this song for that. That would have been a better opportunity to do something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm thinking back to the driving song, and I'm thinking of "Shut Up and Drive" by Rihanna. But I still stick with The
Yeah,
Color Violet. I think that's a
that's
good
fair.
speeding song too. Oh man,
Yeah. Yep, that's good.
I gotta let me look at these
Last call. You
travel
gonna lock in
songs.
Phineas, or
I
you want to
really
try one more?
I gotta look. I gotta do some referencing because I know myself. I know I'm gonna say
That's fair.
something different. I mean, when I was when I went to London, the new like Steve Lacy's album came out, and all I was listening to was Helmet by him. Again, not the best travel song, just a song I listened to a shit ton in a different country. Man, what would I travel to? I love how it's the last one that stumps me too. I'm having such a clean run, and then it's
you got all the way through.
right.
You got all the way through to this.
I held strong. I really did. Oh man. Yeah, now like I'm really just thinking of all the songs I binge listened to while traveling. And like they're not travel songs. They just so happened to come out while I was traveling. You know?
And yeah, that's a totally acceptable way to go about it. I think like when I think vacation songs, it's not always about like the sunny songs or whatever. I think like a vacation song can be anything that like you almost associate with somewhere other than home. So that's why like the Steve Lacy pick totally makes sense to me. But this is your playlist, and it's your final song, so you gotta make it count.
Right?
Pressure's on.
I really do. I really need to. What like? Oh, okay. No. Now I have two again. Now I'm thinking again. Like I have. Like this is my problem, and I know there's so much out there. Like I think my final answer will be "Runaway Baby" by Bruno Mars. But like,
Okay.
yeah, I think that would be it. Like I'm also thinking like recent songs, like Stateside or like Beauty and a Beat is a great travel song. No, I gotta go Bruno on this. I gotta think it's Runaway Baby.
That's a great pick. That's a great spot to end it. I think that fits both the traveling vibe and the vibe of your playlist. I gotta say, Maya, we have run the gauntlet. We've made it through 12 songs. We got Kicking It Off, Kid Leroy, What Just Happened, Red Solo Cup, Toby Keith. You got The Color Violet, Tory Lanez, Twilight from Boa. You've got Bubbles, System of a Down. You got Tupac. You got Adele, Pink Pony Club, Chapel Roan for your guitar moment. You got Borderline, Tame Impala for Walking Out. Black Star, Radiohead, Ocarina of Time from the Legend of Zelda soundtrack, and Runaway Baby from Bruno Mars to end it. That's a fun playlist. That is all over the place, but I like it.
It really is everywhere. Oh my goodness. Wow.
I feel like it'd be fun to go back and listen to, though. I think it's a good one for re-listening.
You put that on
sure.
shuffle, you like System of a Down and Ocarina of Time on the same playlist feels criminal.
Yeah.
That is a guilty pleasure.
Honestly, I wouldn't even... yeah, but at the same time, like, I wouldn't be surprised if that is far from the only playlist that has ever had those two together. I think that makes sense. That in a weird way, I think they almost make sense together.
I mean, it's better if Ocarina in Time and Just Dance by Lady Gaga. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, my last bit of the show here, and that is your Desert Island Records, which I like to surprise and spring on everyone. And it is the 5 albums you can't live without. If you're going to be stuck on a desert island, you need to be able to listen to these 5 albums. What are they? You go ahead.
Okay, so I could kind of cheat and just do my 6-track in my car, -1.
Sure.
Okay, I got first off, definitely Twilight by Boa. that is stuck there, obviously.
Okay.
19 by Adele, also locked. I think now we get tough. Now I'm out of like this. I think Circles by Mac Miller would have to be there too.
Yep.
Like it's one of those albums where
That's a pretty good one.
I love
I
it.
think
Yeah. No, it's great.
I think I remember that because is that the first one that came out after he passed, or was that just before he passed?
It just came out after.
Yes. Okay. I remember like my wife listening to that one a lot too, and it was like undeniable. It was such
It's so good.
a classic release. Like it just, yeah, it really was. That I
Yeah.
can see that perfectly fitting on the desert island.
Right? Top 5, it's gotta be that.
Yep.
I don't have the heart to choose
Two
a
more.
Radiohead album. I really don't. I'm stuck between OK Computer and the Bends.
It's like which is your favorite children?
Yes, I know, and you just can't choose. I'm trying to think what's in my car right now. Oh, you know what? Oh my gosh. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Billie Eilish.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like, there's so many good ones on that, and like she has so many great albums, right? But that was the first. Well, I think Copycat and I Don't Want to Be You Anymore. Like that EP was the first stuff I ever heard of her. But like When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? That album got me hooked. I had that on loop, and the music videos with that album are so good. Obviously, I can't bring those to the island, but I will be thinking about her covered in oil as an angel getting lit on fire. That is sick.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
the image is going to be in your head regardless every time you hear that song. So it fits
so
the
cool.
vibe.
Yeah, it is a vibe.
Yeah.
2 more? One more. The final one. What would I take? I think, like, I'm stuck between a couple, which is how that usually goes, I'm sure. But it's like
there's always some honorable mentions.
So many honorable mentions.
First season of the show, I was more forgiving, and I was like, oh, yeah, right. I was like, the first season, I kind of gave everybody like oh, you could go up to 10, or I guess you could have 7 or whatever. I'm like, this season, I'm like, no, it has to be locked in at 5.
It's like, man, like, there's just so many that I'm thinking of. I almost want to go 90s gangster rap in a way. But it's like, I don't know what this last one would be. I got like, I'm having trouble with the end of them. It's just like
because it's that final one, right? It's like
this is
you
my
know
final
that you're
say.
leaving it all on the table with this pick. Yeah.
Like, what's the Tupac album that has is it All Eyes on Me? Is that what it is?
I think that's the name of it as well.
That's the name of the album, right? Like, I think that's you would think.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I think because like it always screws me up because isn't there also like a documentary or something? There's a movie also called All Eyes on Me. But yeah, I did double check. It is the album name.
It is
All Eyes on Me.
Yeah, there's that one. Yeah. But then you're asking me to pick a Tupac album, you know, and like Do for Love isn't on that, and I love Do for Love. That's not, you know, and then I can't listen to it. And Me Against the World is fantastic too. Like, gotta be my top 3 albums by Tupac, but that's not the question.
So tough.
Trying to do it. No, I think I will. Just so like if I'm on this island and I have all these like emotional songs, I need something to like bump it up. I think All Eyes on Me by Tupac would do that for me. But yeah,
completely
I'm also,
fair.
Yeah,
I think that's
I'm locking
that's
in
a good
that.
pick. I don't think you can go wrong with that one.
Right? Like,
okay.
Yeah. Very honorable mentions to, you know, it was written by Nas, but I gotta go with Tupac.
Nice. I like that. We've got to the end of the show. Maya, thanks so much for taking the time out. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for going through your very diverse lineup of music and the stuff that you're into.
Oh man,
with
thank
me.
you
That
for
was a lot
having
of
me.
fun, and I've had a blast.
Yes.
Appreciate you taking the time. So I'll leave it with you. What do you need to plug? What do you need to promote? Where can everybody find everything Maya Ritchie?
Maya Ritchie. Yep, that's where it is. Rumination is out everywhere. Of course, that is pretty much all I have right now. But for shows and stuff like that, MayaRitchie.music on Instagram. That I always have my most recent show pinned to the profile. So if you're like, oh, when's Maya playing next? That is when I'm playing next, and it is always pinned to the feed too. So you literally cannot miss it. Also, if you want, you can also check out my Frostbite episode if you want more like interviewee kind of styled things. That was really fun to do. And then mostly that. I have merch coming soon if you want the boring business answer of things. So, hang in there for a couple months, stick around, follow the drop itself, because that'll be super sick. They look so good. And that, I think that's it for my shameless plugs. I will leave it there. But yeah.
That's perfect.
Sweet.
That is a great way to wrap this up. Thanks again, Maya Ritchie on Let's Make a Playlist.
Yes, thank you.
Let's Make a Playlist is a podcast created, hosted, and produced by me, Jonathan Howe, for House Media. For additional content, links to the songs featured in this playlist, and more music writing, check out my Substack, House. There you can subscribe to get my blogs emailed to you for free, or if you wish to support my work, subscribe for $5 a month. If you enjoyed this week's episode, please rate, review, subscribe, or leave a comment with who you would like to see on Let's Make a Playlist in the future, and we'll be back with more playlists.